Whether you've given birth, whether you've adopted, Nestle's there for that occasion. Our employees' health and wellness is at the core of everything we do.
If you are a primary caregiver with Nestle, you can get 14 weeks of paid leave and then an additional 12 weeks of unpaid leave.
They see it as a way of doing business, a way to make them more competitive as an employer, and just the right thing to do if we're going to be a company that focuses on the first 1,000 days of life for a child.
It was just a wonderful experience. I didn't realize what I missed the first time around until I got the chance to focus on my family.
And I think it's important that we as a company provide those opportunities for people to have the balance of being at home during this very important stage of a baby's life, coming back to work without the weighing of what's my job going to be. And if we can provide that partnership, we're doing something right.
I am the Director of Government Relations and Public Affairs. Nestle is a great company. I love working there. Great products, great values, and they treat their employees very well. When I got pregnant with Audra, who's our third child, my boss personally sat down with me and said, think about it. Please take advantage of it because you don't get that time back. I took the 14 paid weeks and I came back to work shortly after that. She really did not want me looking at email. And when I did happen to look at something or reply to something, she would say, "Why are you on email?" With the prior employer, I had a much shorter maternity leave. I worked in a really demanding, high-intensity work environment that relied on us to be available almost 24 hours a day. And this time, I really had the time to focus on my children, my newborn daughter, my family, my husband, really spend time enjoying the fact that we had a little girl. I noticed things that I never really took the time to notice with the boys. That's time that I will cherish forever.
Medford is the proud home of Tombstone Pizza. I'm a quality assurance supervisor and a factory hygienist. I make sure the plant is clean and I make sure our food safety systems are in place. You'll get about 1 million, 1.5 million, sometimes up to 2 million pizzas a week. It goes all over the United States. When I was looking at companies and where I could go, I was looking for a company I could retire with that had good benefits that would take care of me and my family, but also understood a balance between work and life. I don't live to work, I work to live. My priorities are my family. Before I was at Nestle, I got 2.5 weeks off work when Mouse was born. I just took paid vacation. It was very short, it was rushed. I was only at the factory for 9 or 10 months when my son was born. I still had a lot to learn and I was still trying to really dig into Nestle. They were gonna give me 14 weeks off for my job with full pay. I didn't feel that I needed that much of the time, so I took 6 weeks that I got to spend with my family and not have to worry about my work. Usually when you start a job, you always love it, and then you hate it, and then you learn to like it. I've loved it since day one and I haven't stopped.
I work for Nestle Purina Pet Care Company in their HR operations department. We have 2 dog parks because we can bring our pets to campus, which is a little bit unusual in the middle of downtown St. Louis. My husband and I were going through the IVF process, and that's when we found out about the parent support policy. I was extremely excited, and I knew right away that I was going to take the full 6 months with Kayla. I was able to take the time I needed to figure things out, especially now that I have a 3.5-year-old and an 8-month-old. I appreciate how beneficial this program was for our family. We've got 3 mother's lounges on campus. They give me enough time to take the breaks I need to go pump, and I think that's really important. It was amazing.
We are founded on nutrition values, and we're founded on making a difference in people's lives. We're a global organization. There's a lot of different policies and cultures and regulations in other countries. I think U.S. people work. We don't take a lot of time off even for vacation. We're trying to lead the organizations in the U.S. to change that mindset, that families are important, that companies have a responsibility to make a difference in the U.S. And we have to do our part, and it starts with the top. It starts with our CEO, it starts with our leaders in the organization, and I think it will be a way of working in the future.